You're such an asshole.
No. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Good night. Easiest $100 I ever made. All right, let's get to this. This is a lengthier one. I got 8 questions about my life. One of which is, did I find a unicorn? No. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Encore performance. Good night. I got to a great place in life earlier than most. I watched your videos, which inspired me to break off a bad relationship, switching from majoring in economics to computer science, pursuing intellectually fulfilling, high-paying remote work, gained a good 25 pounds of muscle through the gym, and invested my money the whole 9 yards. I already lived in a beautiful place, which I liked, and I have had a few friends and connections who still have some lust for life and a desire to hang out. Granted, I was and still am really young. My previous request from when I was at the ripe age of young age got me thinking, is this really good as it gets? Your general response to my request was, yes, you win. Now appreciate what you got, while warning me on my then concern about the ROI of pursuing the Grossa. If only someone wrote a book with numbers and statistics on your ROI on the pursuit of women. Private equity pursuing women. I mean, from there, I've continued on my incremental improvements. I had my dream job already, but you did warn me that may not last forever. Disaster did strike when I got laid off during the Silicon Valley bank crash through no fault of the company, but I was able to use my EI, unemployment insurance, and severance money to dabble in entrepreneurship. While that didn't ultimately pan out, I learned a lot of lessons in life and from that, and it did cause me to ultimately get discovered by a company led by some of the same founders who value my new skills. I got from the startup and were willing to pay me more than before. So now I'm happily back wearing golden shackles and being part of this small town experience. Do you have any advice career-wise moving forward from here? No. Save your money. Just save your money. Maybe the only thing I could add, and you would know this much better as you are perched at your career. I don't know. You're in the command center of your career. You know what's going on. I like how you dabbled in entrepreneurship, but it sounds like you tried to create like a real company or something ambitious. Start getting a little something small on the side. Little bit of 1099 work. I don't know what it is. I don't know where you might see an opportunity in that, but that's about the only thing career-wise I could think you could do is something on the side. Little small something. Little small something. But otherwise, no. I'm glad you got your job. Save your money. This is more finances, but do you have at least a year living expenses? Like, you need 3 months minimum. 6 months is better. Ideally, a year. You're probably knocking on the door of about a year, maybe 2 years. Then if you got 2 years living expenses, then you can go like, I'm going on a worldwide trip and fuck everybody else. Another improvement, I did a bit more reconnaissance, including exploring Europe, Latin America, and Southeast Asia while working remotely. There were a few places I didn't find too bad, but I can't help but preferring sticking where I am currently from in the first place, which is a beautiful part of the country. I could see if I had to live in that part of the country, that's where I'd live. And over the past few years, I've even learned to enjoy doing a lot more hiking, snowboarding, and scenically driving around. With my yet indestructible and piss cheap to maintain Japanese shitbox, was just hit 200,000 miles on the odometer. You've also suggested that I may be a good candidate for home ownership, but I've been saving up for that. All right, cool. You've already done your reconnaissance, maybe dabble in a little bit of entrepreneurship. And if you know you want to be there, I'd start saving up, start looking for property. Anything else I should work in terms of exploring more, diversifying in this regard? No, if you've done that much travel and you really like where you are, that's great. That's a huge piece to the puzzle. Now I'd start looking for land. In your case, I would probably see, I don't know what the rules are in your state, but if you can build your own property or something like a project like that, that's what I'd be looking for. As for social life, I had major concerns with it, which I talked about in my previous request. I struggle to connect with most people, partly from an IQ curse, but I've been finding ways to improve upon it as well. I got into a small time band with some friends from high school. It's been an activity all members have been enjoying and make time every week to work on. It's been great for forced socialization, expressing creativity, making new memories, and performing for other friends as an excuse to hang out with them. I've also started to do performances with bandmates and myself, which has been a fulfilling experience. I realize this won't be forever either. I don't fully agree with the creative and growth direction of the band for me to be fully emotionally invested in it, but I'm really enjoying it as it goes. Yeah, man, just enjoy it. It will end. It will end. You know that girl that likes having sex with you, but doesn't want to have kids with you? She's saving that for some other lucky guy. Then she finds, oh, I met a guy. We can't have sex anymore. No, actually, we can. We can. We really can. No. And they smile. I'm like, oh, you did like it. Oh, nice. Despite improvements socially, I still wouldn't say I found a best friend I deeply connect with, because you're looking for it. Just relax, man. Just relax. With whom we prioritize each other first until recently. More on this later. Anything I should worry about in this regard? No. Just go out and hike and do your thing. And if there's people that are cool, hang out with them. If you don't want to hang out with them, don't hang out with them. Friends shouldn't take work, man. They just shouldn't take work or an approach or a strategy. If you're doing it, that's the wrong approach. Your friends will not live your life. You'll find cool guys along the way. Maybe a girl or two. But girls' hobbies are incredibly boring. They are. I'm sorry. A lot of people, men and women are different. They like different things, and it's really something. Yeah, I understand that argument. But man, women got boring hobbies. I like to read. Fuck. I like just whatever boring shit you girls do. Like, you want to go shoot guns? Want to go roller skating? Want to go hike? Want to go on swinging rope? Oh no, that's too much exciting. I'm a girl. I want to sit here and drink tea. Want to have a tea? No, I don't want to have a tea. Let's get ice cream. Let's get booze. Let's go smoke a cigar. That's why men never invade your spaces, ladies. You got boring shit going on. I want to invade. I want to go into the crochet club. You all come into us. We do the cool. Oh, I want to join the men's bowling club. Get the fuck out of here. Form a woman's club. We want to fart uninterrupted. Get out of here. Go do your girl things with your dolls and whatever. Doing solo travel has also improved my social life. Aside from being able to visit old friends and finding new ones, it's helped me gain experience on how to talk to others confidently. I've learned where I could find fulfilling, adventurous people to talk to who are likewise looking for people like me during my travels. Nowadays, the process involves a lot of starting online and translating that into in-person interaction. It's always a roll of the dice, but I got to roll it a lot. Being solo is also giving me extra hunger to find people, which has made connecting with others in a more comfortable environment feel a lot easier. It's unrealistic to expect to always get to know them deeply, but it's nice to know that they are fulfilling people to connect with. There are fulfilling people out there to connect with, looking for the same things in life as me. Have you ever thought that they also have a responsibility and make an effort? I put no effort into my friends, man. All I do is I ask them about themselves and their day. That's it. Because they actually care. What's going on in your life? I know what's going on in my life. What are you doing? That's it. That's all there is to it. Now, through these efforts with finding new connections, not even looking for a romantic relationship, I think I've stumbled upon a possible unicorn. Oh, you foolish man. This is where I may need some extra guidance from Cappy. Right now, where I live, I attended an event where you essentially grab coffee and have a conversation with a bunch of strangers. I did a few events like this during my travels, and I thought it'd be nice to try it here, see what it's like. I came with little expectations, but I tried it out nonetheless. Good for you. You're putting yourself out there. There was this cute girl who attended with whom I had a good conversation in the group. I recognized the rarity of finding a good match, so I didn't think too much of it. She likely wouldn't be interested in me romantically, or we'd keep talking but find a deal breaker, or one would just lose interest, statistically speaking. Too good to be true. Now, notice how this worked out, right? You didn't push it. What do I got to do? What do I got to do? What do I got to do? Back the fuck off and let things happen naturally. That's what you need to do. Should I stick my dick in the pudding? Should I stick my dick in the pudding? Should I stick my dick in the pudding? No, you should not stick your dick in the pudding. Keep your dick out of the pudding. Just let it happen. Let people eat the dickless pudding. But she kept DMing me the same day, finding ways to talk more about our shared interests we had discovered. Working on motorcycles, watching anime, music, etc. She definitely had her guard up, but clearly wanted to open up to get to know me better. Good. See, she took the initiative and you didn't stick your dick in the pudding. You just let her eat the pudding. It's amazing how many people eat pudding if there isn't a dick in it. Okay, just that's my new book for all the spurgs out there who can't be social. Don't stick your dick in the pudding. After some days of seeing each other day after day, I asked her out, perhaps earlier than I should have, but I thought it was good to have that intention out. She had said friends for now, but we ended up still hanging out basically every day from the week on then. All right, so you're friends. Okay, you're friends. Almost an cute teenage sweetheart. Let's study together, order pizza, and watch Netflix since we coincidentally live 10 minutes away after all. As per your recommendation, I purchased the book of numbers so that I don't get disheartened in not finding a good match. Now, well, you can't. Again, no, I got it right. Don't stick your dick in. You didn't stick your dick in the pudding here again. You said, well, here are the numbers. I can't change the numbers. Thus, I shan't put my dick in the pudding. And you just accept it. Good. Now let's consider her in terms of the enumerated red flags you discuss in the book. She is physically healthy, attractive, takes care of herself. She watches what she eats, gets a lot of steps a day, and is looking forward to having time to go to the gym regularly. Socially drinks only, doesn't vape, doesn't smoke weed. She insists I never understood why people are against vaping. That's better than smoke. What's wrong with vaping? I know it's got a douche canoe reputation, but no matter how much we can make fun of guys, vape culture, they're not smoking cigarettes, and it's a better choice. And it took the Karens of America, 32 or 33 seconds to find something wrong with it. Oh my God, vaping causes cancer. It's like, oh, fuck off, lady. She insists I get on top of my own health more than I currently am. All right, so are you not in good shape? She studied at a trade school. She learned a trade and is continuing with upgrading classes to try to pursue further education for a possible higher paying job with more favorable working conditions. That's great. And I want to mention what it is, but that's a legit field. Very good for her. She's finding balancing school work and paying rent very tough, but she's making it work. She has paid off her high interest student loans, is paying for her own rent, and is working up to 6 days a week while studying part-time to continue working on her finance. This is great. I mean, I don't really believe in a unicorn. Everybody has a flaw. Everybody. It's the roommate. It's not men or women. It's the roommate thing. You could have the best person in the world. You're still going to get on each other's nerves. She just turned the same age I was when I made my first request, 5-year age gap. She hates snowflakes and values personal independence and responsibility, but also not a dogmatic right-wing conspiracy theorist. She doesn't have kids, previous in real-life boyfriends, or a history of flings. She hasn't even been looking for a relationship. She has had phases of depression in her teenage years, partly due to her mother seems to be controlling, paranoid, jealous, and demanding of her daughter. The mom thinks that her kid would end up as a crack addict, homeless whore if she doesn't do exactly as she says, which is to find a rich guy to snap up and be her sugar daddy and the parent's source of retirement and a big property. All right. Here's where this isn't her fault. You need to make sure her family is not your family. I'm amazed how many people take care of their in-laws. It's like, get the fuck out of here. I won't take care of my own parents. I'm sure the fuck not taking care of yours. And because she has the depressions and the sadness and she has a fucked up mom, that is a red flag. This is no longer a unicorn. This is something. This is where you send the radar. You scan that area regularly. It sounds like she's making tremendous effort to remain independent if she's not relying on her parents. But it cannot be ignored that she spent 18 years with her mother, and her mother is just a horrible human being, just a toxic person who wants other people to take care of not only her. I mean, in a certain way, it looks like she's trying to lease out or prostitute out her daughter so that she goes gets a rich man, and then her and the husband are taken care of. You got to guard against hard no. Hard no. And not out of malice, but out of conditioning and unconscious biology, she will probably put her mother first ahead of herself and you at times. And you need to nip that in the bud. Like, nope. If this were to go anywhere. That's a red flag. Keep an eye on it. But she has moved out now and has cut a lot of contact with her parents at a very young age. She's of a different race and ethnicity than me. And then you list her race and ethnicity, and I'm like, it's not really a different race or it's a different group of people, but you're the same race. You're just from different parts of the globe ethnically. What happened here? There we go. And they may seem to have a crazy cultural tendency. She's not on antidepressants and she sees a therapist regularly. Red flag. Red flag. Lastly, no bodily mutilations. She also passes the clarity test. Anything else I should be looking at? Let's go. There was a very key sentence. Work on cars. She definitely had her guard up, but clearly wanted to open up and get to know me better. After some days of seeing each other, I asked her out perhaps earlier than I should, but I also thought it was good to have that intention out. Yes. She said friends for now, but we ended up still hanging out basically every day from a week on. Also cute teenage too. How long have you been with this girl? You haven't been with her. Oh, this is 2 paragraphs down. It has only been 2 months since we've known each other. And we have spent a few weeks physically apart because I had planned and booked a remote trip to Stick then call relationship. I know this is very short. Okay, I got to read. What conflicts have we had? Take it for a height of moderate difficulty by my standards. This required early that a cold. She wasn't fussy about anything the whole day except wanting to hold my hand when the trail was wide enough for going out. She puts on makeup and dresses up nicely and doesn't take too much time to do it. Cooks and wants to learn to cook. She dislikes being around some of my normie conforming friends, but that's nothing but alcohol and stuff. So after all, she should try to find more friends, which she is actually working on. Oh, you're not white. Okay. I was like, what are you talking about, dude? You're not white. That doesn't matter. Don't worry. Don't. Well, here, my not white parents are very chill and like her. All right, cool. But your parents are also not her responsibility, right? Just want to make, very clear boundaries here. They've worked very hard to give me a great life. They would love for me to be with any gal who makes me happy. Okay, cool. All right. Here's, I just want to read through this all. Because you say anything else I should be looking at, but then you go and continue on blathering. So let me just read through the rest of this, and I'll circle back and see anything. We enjoy each other's company, feel like we could talk about anything and everything. She wants to be independent, appreciates the emotional support from me. She doesn't want my money, but accepts it when I spend it on dates to share experience. We had brief conversation about long-term plans, but it's been brief considering that we haven't known each other for a long time. No major conflicts on what has been talked about so far, like intentions in marriage, family, and kids. She's still on the younger side in terms of emotional maturity, educational investment, and life experiences. So I'd have to wait to work on other adventures to save money while she grinds through all this before we could actualize this long-term stuff. Not a deal breaker, though. 2 months since we known each other, spent a few weeks apart. So texted, got back. I know it's a very short time. What conflicts have we had? There's the hiking thing. Very, very minor stuff. It's just very minor. What couples are even supposed to fight about it? Did she get pissed when I made her open and wanted that? Did I stumble upon a unicorn? What hard questions must I ask? And what difficulties must we go through to continue putting the relationship to the test? Okay, you're stick. Should I stick my dick in the pudding? No, you shouldn't. Stop testing the relationship and putting it through paces and stress testing it, and will it collapse and will it melt? When is the honeymoon phase supposed to end? How catastrophically can this really go after that? And you're worried about eggs in basket, blah, blah, blah. So I got a question here, man. You're making it sound like you guys are an item, but she said just friends for now. You didn't mention, oh, when we banged and we smashed, and she wears lingerie and she loves sex, or she wasn't. I mean, you left out the most important thing, which is all romantic relationships must be built on a foundation of lust. I don't hear no lust. For all I heard, this is very middle school, like you held hands. Well, okay. She said friends only for now. It's only been 2 months. I'm terribly afraid. Here's where the big, forget her parents for now. What I'm afraid of is that you're being friend zoned. I think that she came from a pretty bad background, maybe not outright abusive, but not good enough for her to think she's got to search for therapy. I like how she's very independent minded and very like a genuine feminist, someone who actually supports herself and majors in correct things and is an independent person. Ironically, feminist means parasite with tits because they always bitch for other people's money. But here's a legit, authentic, independent woman who is making her own financial choices and all that. So these are all great things. And she sounds like a very responsible, she's a very high quality gal, whatever minor problems and all that. But then she's going to therapy. That's okay. But so far, I mean, I'm very impressed with this young lady. But from what I've heard, you guys aren't dating. You've only held hands. And what I'm afraid you're going to become is a cuddle bitch. Like there's the friend zone, right? What's worse is the cuddle bitch. Maybe this is not a thing anymore. Good God. I am so not going to war for this country. And let me tell you the reason why is we could sleep together, but we're not having sex. You're just her teddy bear. You're the cuddle bitch. Maybe you'd make out. Maybe you get blue balls. All they wanted was for you to be their teddy bear, the cuddle bitch. I don't even know if you're at cuddle bitch stage. I think you're just friends. And she's testing it out, and maybe I'll hold your hand, and oh, have you kissed? Have you made out? Have you make it with the Bam Bam? Did you mix naughty bits? Did the naughty bits touch? They're naughty. They're very naughty because the Christians say so. Ooh, don't touch the naughty bits. Naughty bits are naughty and they should be cut off and we should burn you in hell. Christians are such fun people. Yes, down below, you anti-sex Christians, please comment below how only love can be formed through God and lust is horrible and that's the devil. Please comment below. Tell me you're not having sex and you're fat and your spouse is fat. You're just fat. You don't have a spouse without telling me that. Thank you. Yeah, that's the biggest red flag I see, man. Is she's like, you're not a boyfriend. She's not looking at you as a romantic partner. She's certainly not looking at you as a sexual object. She's looking at you as an emotional tampon. I hate to say it. You're in somewhere in the spectrum, an emotional tampon, cuddle bitch, friend zone, insurance policy. And because in part of your culture, which is a good thing, I am not slamming on this at all. You're from a more traditional conservative culture, or your parents are and they raised you. And you're taking a very good, measured, hands off, it'll be what it will be. You're taking a very real and accurate approach to this, right? You're not getting your hope up. That's the best thing. Some people might say you're a little bit pessimistic and jaded, maybe a little bit, a touch of the tism. Yeah, I'm okay, but I don't think jaded or cynical. You've read the book of Numbers, analyzing, and there you go. And so and in doing so, you're letting that person have agency. Hey, do you want to go out? Cool. Hey, I got to go. I got my own life, right? And you have your own life. You're your own man. And so you're not like, oh my God, I need you. What am I going to do without you? Oh my God, you help me. You're just like, whoa, hang on. I don't want to get too emotionally involved here. And I think this is a prudent point in time to reach out to me and ask such a thing, because I think, yeah, things are going well. Sounds like you're great friends with the potential maybe later on, but this girl is in no rush. And when you throw in the whatever would be pretty much by today's standards, normal problems with her family and the therapist, and she says friends for now, but you mentioned nothing sexual or her dressing up or making out, and that you held hands, I'm afraid it's one of two things. She is either taking it purposely slow herself, but does want to get together with you. She's just, going through a lot. 20, young 20 something. Those are hard times. You're fresh out of college, got to pay for this, got to pay for that. So she's got a lot on her plate. And I could see it being a very likely scenario. She is got enough on her plate. She doesn't have the computer processing power to worry about romance and dating. And so she likes you, she's hanging out with you, but she's just not there yet. But down the road, all of a sudden, yeah, I really do enjoy your company. All right. There is also then the chance that she really doesn't find you attractive, but she finds you stabilizing. She views you as a tampon. You are a friend. You are being friend zoned. And she loves the attention. She loves going out. Like, she enjoys hanging out with you, but she has no real romantic intentions with you. Maybe that's where the cuddle bitch thing is. Like, a girl who wants you to be her cuddle bitch doesn't want to sleep with you. They're not actually physically attracted to you, but they don't mind a little makeout session or cuddling up next to you in bed. Which that's how you guys get blue balls. Which I asked. I said, does anyone even get blue balls anymore? Because you guys don't do that. You're just like, nah, no, we're not doing. Come over and not have sex, lie in your bed and not have sex. No, that's not happening. No, thank you. Good night. God bless you, boys, for that. That is my main concern. That's where this isn't unicorn territory. A unicorn would be like, oh my God, she just loves having sex with me and rips my clothes off. And well, that would be a unicorn. Here, you have a middle school friend who you occasionally hold hands with. You could, now, here's the thing. You guys could both be conservative, traditional, reserved, slow-moving people. That's perfectly fine. And you're obviously not in a rush, and you say, okay, I'm taking off, I'm doing my thing. So you got your own, and you have no expectations. What I would acknowledge and know, there's a very real possibility this is just essentially a friend zone, and you're an insurance policy. And that the day might come, you're like, hey, are we gonna like make out or make you with the bam bam, like actually become a thing? And she'll be like, no, I'm not ready. No, I'm not ready. And it keeps going on and on and on. Now you're friend zoned, right? And now she is using you. Which now is not necessarily the time to have that conversation. But if you're having fun and you have no expectations, right? You're like, this is where it'll go. Cool. I would absolutely be dating other women. Absolutely. But right now, it sounds like you're putting way too much hope and expectation on this girl. Not her individually, but where this is going. Where I've seen no indication that what is it? The relationship has been consummated. There is no lust. Which is fine. You're having a good time. She'd have a good time. Cool. But yeah, inevitably, you're going to want to fuck her or have sex with somebody. And if she's all like, oh no, well, you could come over, but we're not going to sleep in the same bed. I don't know. She doesn't like you that. She doesn't like you physically. And she, it's not even the money. She has her own, but that doesn't mean she wouldn't be using you for like emotional support and dependency. in which case you are an emotional tampon. Which of these are the reality? I don't know. This is just going to take a little bit more time, but it's only been 2 months. But yeah, 2 months, even for conservative people, for shy people, that's okay. Been hanging out all the time. All right. Month 3, kind of, if you haven't kissed, I don't want you to ruin your friendship or whatever, but I go in for a kiss one of these days. And if she's like, "Oh, I don't know," like, okay, cool. We're friends. Like, legit, you're just friends. And it seems like you like her company too. But then I'd be going finding other girls. But no, you're not holding hands. No, you're not buying dates. And then, yeah, man, just get back to the great life you set up for yourself. I'll tell you this. I'm going to tell you this, what I tell everybody who is not white in Western nations. You're probably best off going back to your home country to find a more traditional girl to get married and date or whatever, form a family with, if that's what you want. You don't have time. I know it's in the book of Numbers, right? That's not to say there aren't Native Americans. I don't mean American Indians. I mean people born in America that aren't, girls that aren't marriage material. But you being different, you got like, it's like an RPG game. Like you got +5 charisma if you go to your home country and talk to home country girls. There is. It's just this advantage you got. So, for now, yeah, it's a good time, right? Good time. Enjoy the company. But one of these days, you're going to want to have sex and just go in for the kiss, if it's the right time. And you'll find out, like, no, I just don't know if I'm ready. Well, she's not ready by 3 months. Okay. Don't be your insurance policy. Raymond, thoughts of mine is $5. Wait, does he have a problem? No, that's the thing. That's what I like about this guy. He's taken an incredibly empirical, logical, and unemotional approach to this. So he doesn't have a problem. He's going to have a problem if he wastes a lot more time and lets himself get abused and used by this gal, if she is, in fact, just using him for an emotional support. But I wouldn't be holding hands, or I would get rid of the idea that this is a romantic relationship, unless you fail to mention, oh yeah, we smashed. I just failed to mention that. I'm like, okay. Major setback, $2. Bro needs to wake the fuck up. He's being used. Yep. If I had put numbers on it, it's 40-60. 60% chance he's being friend zoned or being set up to be friend zoned or put into that category. And 40% she's just shy and needs to get over some stuff, but really likes him. Raymond, thoughts and minds, $2. Another brother taken down by the friend zone. It's a 60% chance. Major setback, $2. We are in an item. Her, him, who? Oh, my ATM. Here's the other thing. She's really young, so I don't think she's ready for a relationship either. Just have fun. Go for hikes. Hey, I need a date, And I'll tell you this, if you have romantic interest in her, I know it sounds odd, finding another gal and dating, that'll get her like, what are you doing? I'm dating this girl. You said we're just friends. Some people are lying and they're being hypocrites. They never have a verbal argument to use precise, cogent words, making a point. It's always, yeah. It's noises, which includes crying. Why are you crying? Dude, it's a great question to ask a girl. Why are you crying? What are you doing? Okay, stop it. Children cry. Please stop. That's ridiculous. I'm leaving. All right. The book of Numbers, analyzing the ROI in the pursuit of women. Link below. I'll see you guys later, Toodles.